Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. For those who are new, welcome. Today we are going to have our full review of the Polaroid ANC headphones, and they're only $25, which I found kind of interesting. And today, again, we're going to do our full review of these headphones, everything we're going to cover, including battery life, because I know not everyone wants to use it with the cable. Some people want to use it wireless, but again, we're still going to talk about this little guy. And so let's get started. Okay, so first thing is the build quality. So the build quality for the most part actually feels really solid. I remember when I first unboxed it, I was kind of impressed that it didn't feel like trash. It still feels a little cheap from time to time from certain ways you hold it. You do feel it that it is cheap. Like, look at this. There's like a little bit of hang there. I don't understand why. I guess maybe because it's heavy. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of this problem when it came to my other headphones. All of it's plastic. This inside is a rubbery little plastic here. It's very plush. And the earmuffs are actually really good. They're really comfortable. You're not going to notice that they are kind of like imitation leather, but they're actually kind of comfortable. I'm not going to lie. You're not going to have too much of a problem with these at all. Plus, these are aluminum, and so you won't have build issues with that. Very clicky, very nice to have. A little bit of branding. Obviously, all of it's plastic. You're not going to expect like the best material, but I think even with high-end headphones, you still have that plastic build regardless. So moving on to comfort, one thing I've noticed with these headphones is that despite them being over-ear headphones, they still manage to be a little bit uncomfortable for a long period of time. I remember I wore them for like 2-3 hours, and around in the 2.5 hour mark, I was starting to get really tired of wearing these. The comfort is a little bit questionable if you're doing it for long periods of time, like 4 or 5 hours. I think you're going to get really tired of these. These do not have enough comfort for long periods of time, but I think if you're wearing it for like 1-2 hours, I think you'll be really okay with them. I found them to be okay within that time span, but anything longer is going to be kind of tiring on your ears. I think overall, from a design standpoint of view, they did a really good job. I mean, if we look at the side profile here, it looks really neat, very clean, minimal. Again, from this side and also the top, you don't really notice that it's not high quality. It kind of looks like the higher end headphones. Moving on to sound quality. So obviously for $25 headphones, I don't think you expect the world of these just because that's how it's always been. If you want high quality headphones, you need to go with higher priced models. These I found out to be kind of good in the sense that you're not going to expect a lot of these. You know, you're going to use this for watching movies, watching videos, all these different basic things, and I don't think you're going to, unless you're an audiophile, you might not notice a lot of the things going on, but me, I consider myself somewhere in between there. And so I noticed that some like high vocals, they aren't too crisp, they aren't as clean as I would like it, and there is not too much bass on these headphones, which I found kind of annoying. I wish it had a little bit more bass, but I mean, it is what it is. And now the active noise cancellation is a bit of an iffy feature in my opinion, at least with these headphones, because one thing I've noticed is that when it's below 70%, because you can charge these obviously, when it's below 70%, there's like this little weird buzzing sound in the right ear, and it's only when you have the active noise canceling on you hear this little buzzing in your ear, and it's a little uncomfortable, which I do not like. But one thing I've also noticed is that when you use the cable, you will get better performance, you will get better quality, first of all, and the sound and the active noise cancellation will work a lot better. And like I mentioned, it did come with this cable. So headphone jack to headphone jack, you can plug it into your phone, you can plug it into this, and you're going to have a better sound experience with the cable. Now the active noise cancellation, like I mentioned, it gets a little weird after 70%, below 70%. And so one thing I do want to mention is that I think for the most part, it cancels out a reasonable amount of noise. It's not going to cancel out those really high-end sounds like a vacuum cleaner or things like that, or even a fan. When it comes to like kitchen fans, you're not going to be able to block those out too much. You will block it out for the most part. Maybe occasional little small voices. You'll block out, I guess, for the most part, a really good amount. But I don't think 87% would be an accurate call. I think 70 to 75% of canceling out that sound. Because if we look at the box, which I actually have right here, it says 87% noise reduction. I don't think that claim is entirely accurate, just because I haven't noticed that big of a noise reduction. I feel like they do a good job, like around 75-80% they do cancel out. I've been inside of a car with a screaming child, and they cancel out most of the sound. You don't really hear it. You don't really hear road noise if you're listening to these, so don't wear them while driving. But if you're a passenger, you're more than welcome to use these. Definitely cancels out a pretty good amount of noise. You don't feel interrupted. The active noise cancellation does work on road trips, let me tell you that. It does do a good job in that aspect. So that's something that you might want to consider if you're trying to pick one of these up. These do a pretty good job. Overall, I think that for $25, it does a pretty good job in active noise cancellation, and don't have the best quality, but I think, again, $25. Now, last thing is the battery life. So how is the battery life? I found it to be adequate. It's not great, but it's not bad. I have seen headphones with a little bit better battery life, but personally, I think these will do pretty good. Honestly, if you wear them from, 2 hours, give them a break, 2 hours, or whatever you want to do, I don't think they're going to last all day, especially with active noise cancellation on. They're definitely not going to last all day. But I think if you want to use them every once in a while throughout the day, it's going to be more than fine. But if you do active noise cancellation, you are going to be spending more battery. Now, one of the great things, though, about these headphones is that you can just plug this end to your phone, and you don't have to rely on the battery life. You don't have to rely on the battery that you need to charge. You just use the power of your phone. So I don't think you're going to have too much problem with this if you want to save battery and still use active noise cancellation, because you can still use it with the wire, as you can see right there. You can do that. Anyway, that was it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If I left anything out, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you and answer any of your questions. And so that was it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.